I work for almost 3 years. I started as senior sales manager. Now I'm team lead of EMEA sales. It was actually a funky story how I ended up in Adikteev. It was a time when I was adding HRs in my LinkedIn profile, and somehow I came across Fabrice's profile. He was a recruiter in Adikteev, and then he popped me a message like, we're looking for senior sales, specifically to cover CIS market, Russian speaking, do you want to try? And for me, it actually wasn't serious. It was like a fun interview and stuff. In a week, I met Emilia and Taufik, we really had a chemistry, and I fell in love with the attitude Adikteev has towards the clients. That's why I agreed to join the team, and then the visa process started. It was a long time to go through, but I'm really happy that I successfully became a part of the team. They're a different one. If we compare questions like in 2019 and right now clients are more mature with retargeting, have more experience, more knowledgeable about what's going on and aware what is retargeting and why should you run these campaigns. Actually, most questions are around how to have successful case studies with retargeting, how to allocate budget, and which is even more crucial, how to evaluate performances, because for most it's still an issue to have a clear understanding how to measure the efficiency of your retargeting campaigns. I think that is the main key. And of course the common question, which is shooting on each and every call, how do you differentiate from other providers, like a classic one. It's not like something that black and white. It depends on actual goals of the client, vertical of the application we are working with. For example, with gaming, we are focusing more on bringing back inactive payers because the conversion rate from install to purchase for this specific vertical is extremely small if comparing that to other verticals and sub-verticals. That's why gaming is super focused on retaining their inactive payers and upselling existing ones. It's completely different story, for example, for trading, for finance vertical. They have a flow of installers and they spend lots of budgets to activate the first target action, which can be completing registration, making first purchase, deposit, whatsoever. It depends. Fundamentally, retargeting can fall into 3 classic strategies, which is activation of the first target action, upselling, repetitive target actions, plus retain strategy, which is all about bringing back inactive users, mostly payers. Oh my god, you're gonna steal my organic performance. This is a common one. They're confused about how it's gonna be working. How should I know that it's really working and the value that is delivered is coming from you and not like jeopardizing any organic performances of our users? This is like the most common one. Fundamentally, incrementality test. Then you compare the results you're getting with users who are exposed to ads plus control group, which indicates the organic behavior of your user base. This is a classic one. I'm kind of person, a bit lazy one. It's a secret, but I prefer to dedicate a lot of time to something I really love. After university, after school, you need to at least spend 8 hours at work. You need to do something you really like. I love sales for being able to meet lots of people with different backgrounds, know their stories and their experience as well, plus their knowledge about the marketing. I fell in love with digital marketing when I entered the sphere, and it's still like a never-ending love story between us, exploring different angles, starting from user acquisition to retargeting, how it works, what value it brings to ones who explore it. So it's kind of fun. For me right now, I'm super excited about being able to constantly learn something new, because again, digital marketing is turbulent stuff. It changes all the time. You need to be adaptive to what's going on in the sphere. It requires you being flexible, thirsty for knowledge, and talking a lot to different people to get more of that. I wouldn't say that it's like biggest challenge in terms of technical, knowledgeable stuff. It's more about your personal attitude. And again, it depends on what kind of role you are holding in your career. For example, I also used to work as account coordinator. You have different challenges, different workarounds. When it comes to sales specifically, the biggest challenge is not to take everything personally. Lots of neglect, lots of no-goes. It's a classic story for each and every sales, and you need to take business as it is and not take it personally. This is something you need to learn and to go through it successfully to be a cool sales. At least for this and next year, I don't really see a lot of changes. We'll see what's gonna happen after Google will follow iOS. From there, we're gonna move on with changes again, being flexible and adaptive to what's going on after these changes. So far, I'd say that digital marketing is still growing. I would also mention that right now, in terms of marketing behavior, we are getting back to pre-COVID world when we have a stable user performances as it used to be, because previous years were abnormal. Right now, it's getting back to basics. So far, nothing out of the ordinary, but again, we always have something going on. Be ready for everything. I spend lots of time on my work as sales. We are not working 8 hours. We work way more. We work flexible, but a lot of stuff to get to our KPIs. For me, it's super important to have nice working atmosphere with my team, to be transparent with management and with the team, to be able to be aligned on our values, our goals, policies, internal and external. What I also personally, for me, really matters is attitudes towards the clients. When I joined Adikteev, the key factor for actually entering the company was that you really appreciate your clients. It matters for us to deliver value, and on the basis of this value, we build long-term partnerships. The key for me to join the company, no matter what it is, but the attitudes towards the clients. For sales, it's also crucial.